Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a foundation first impression. It feels like it's been forever since I've done one, so I'm really excited to do one today. And I remember in my last video I asked what foundation you'd like to see me test out next. And a bunch of people said the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Foundation, and that's exactly the one that I wanted to get my hands on. So as soon as I was able to get my hands on some shades that I wanted for this video, I bought them right away. So I found this at walmart.ca, believe it or not. When I was first looking for this for a purchase in Canada, it came up on Walmart, but all the shades that I needed were gone, so I had to wait for it to be in stock. Currently, right now, I'm looking on the Walmart website and all the shades are in stock for Canada. So definitely check there if you've been looking for it. It's only $12.99 Canadian and it's $10 in the US. So a very affordable foundation. It looks comparable to the old packaging of the Makeup Forever HD foundation. As you can see, virtually the same, and that's one of my favorite foundations. So I'm really excited to play around with this and see if it is good. I've heard mixed things about it. We're gonna hop right into the application. It says on the bottle to use either a brush or a beauty blender, and typically I do that anyways, so I'm going to be testing out beauty blender on the right side of my face, brush on the left, and I'm also going to be testing a primer on the left side of my face to see if that helps prolong the wear of the foundation, because I hear that's a common complaint. So we're just going to see if that does help. To prime the left side of my face for my pores, I'm going to be using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More, and then I'm using this up. If you watch my primer declutter, it is my MAC Prep and Prime. This is going to be my last use, I'm pretty sure. So I always love using up some products. Yeah, we're all done. So I'm going to use that on the left side of my face. I don't know why I rubbed it in that hand. I've been wanting to do a talk-through video for a while. My kids are so noisy. I'm hoping you can't hear them playing downstairs with their dad. Charles is coming off of nights, so they're super excited to see him. Shift work is really hard, and I do try my best. I love watching talk-throughs personally, but I do have to film a lot of voiceovers just due to our scheduling. So I'm really glad to actually be sitting here and chatting with you guys, because honestly that's my favorite way to film. I have 4 shades right here. As you can see, I have a pure white shade. I picked that up. That was the one that really intrigued me because you can lighten foundations with it. So if one of these doesn't work, if it's too dark, then I can definitely lighten it. These come really well packaged. I'm going to just go ahead and open all these. I'm going to swatch these all on my hand, and then we're going to put them on my face to see what matches me. All these have quite different undertones. You can see, I thought beige would be the best match. Warm beige I knew would be a fresh tan, and natural seems like it would be more so suited for me when I don't have a tan. So that is natural. Beige. This is warm beige and definitely too dark. For a fresh tan, I'd definitely be beige. This one, warm beige, is just too warm for me. And the natural seems like it will be the best match, though I don't think any of them are perfect for me, to be honest. I'm going to go with natural. It looked like it was starting to oxidize a bit just from that swatch, but I will be certain once I apply it to my skin. So we're going to go ahead and apply it with a brush to the side of my face with a primer. You can see the foundation itself is very liquidy, and it says it has a medium to full coverage. So far with that one application, I can still see a little bit of redness on my cheeks peeking through. So that would be a medium coverage. I like how it applies with the brush, no complaints there. Now we're just going to do the other side of my face with a beauty blender. That is one layer of the foundation. I'm going to get a little bit closer so you guys can see. So I'm just going to build up this side to see if it's buildable. So you definitely don't want to have this dry. I'm having a little bit of trouble blending it. On this skin right now, it seems like it's a little bit heavier version of L'Oreal Pro Glow, which I really do like. I actually think this might be a little bit more luminous. Very similar, and you guys know I love that one. With illuminating foundations in general, I do find it emphasizes texture on the skin, so I'm having a little bit of texture on my cheeks, so I do see that. But I will be setting this with a powder. I felt it applied the same with both a brush and a beauty blender. I didn't really notice a difference. I do like to press the foundation into the skin more with a beauty blender just because my skin is dry. However, I don't feel like this ate up the foundation or anything like that. Has the same coverage, same finish on both sides. I don't feel like it's looking any different with the primer. We'll see if that extends the wear. This is a HD foundation, and I think it does look pretty good from what I can tell on my screen, that it shows up nicely on camera. I will take a flash photo once everything's all said and done and see if there's any flashback. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, come back and talk a little bit more about the product. I am back. I just did a super quick and easy makeup look, and I have to say, before I powdered, I did not like how it looked on my skin because of the illuminating properties. I felt like it really brought out the texture in my skin, and I think I mentioned that prior. However, when I did set it with powder, I felt like it looked a little bit better on my skin, which I personally like. The HD claim, I think, holds true. In flash photo, I think it looked really nice. And when you could see without a flash, I felt like you could see that kind of texture I was talking about that I felt like it emphasized, because without foundation, I honestly don't think my skin looks that bad. However, with the foundation on top, with a second layer, I did find it looked a little bit heavy on my skin. I'm not going to lie, I felt like it did look slightly heavy. However, a setting spray I think would correct all this, though I'm not going to use one. I want the foundation to wear on its own, so I do think a setting spray would help everything just commingle and look a little bit better. The true test is to see if this holds on to my skin throughout the day, and it is currently 12 o'clock, so we started a little bit before 12 just to get everything going. I will see how long I can wear this. I will check back in a couple hours to show you how it's looking on my skin and how it's holding up. So I will see you in a few. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just going to finish off the review here. It's been on for a little over 8 hours. I do think it performed well. I have to show you the side of my face though, because my kids just grabbed the side of my face and there's like 2 little hand marks because they were shaking my head back and forth. So this isn't transfer proof. It does transfer, as you can see, little fingers on my face. But other than that, I did really enjoy it. I do think I would prefer it though with a medium coverage, because I did feel it looked a little bit cakey when I built it up 2 layers and then set it with powder, though I think a setting spray would correct that. I didn't want to do that for this review. And around the 5-hour mark, I actually thought this looked the best on my skin, and I really do think it lives up to its claim. You can definitely do medium, you can definitely do full. Long wearing, flawless looking finish. I do actually think it's pretty long wearing because I don't think it's changed too much. The places that I touched when I ate, I had some food on my chin, so I had to wipe that off, and then when my kids touched my face, that obviously came off. If you don't actually touch your face or have anyone touch your face, it will wear, because the places where it hasn't been touched, it looks exactly the same on both sides. So I don't even think a primer would help in the wear of this, though I do think a primer does help with the pore filling. And the only issue I did have was prior to setting the illumination in this, because I do feel that accentuates any kind of problem areas, any kind of texture. I do think that it accentuates it. It says it's a smooth long wearing. I don't think it's overly smooth if you don't have smooth skin in general, which I don't have right now, though I'm not going to hold it against this because it's just my skin, and I do think it would be good for other people, and I will continue to use it. I don't think the color is a perfect match for me personally. I think it's still slightly too yellow, so I might go check out some other shades, play around with the white shade. I'm looking forward to trying the white one out too, because I do think that one's going to come in handy. So 100% I can already tell that this is definitely worth the $12.99 Canadian. And if you want to check out a foundation that's luminous, this is by far the most luminous finish foundation that I personally have. I would definitely check out this one because it's a good price. So let me know your thoughts on this. I would personally like to blot the areas where I feel like I look a little bit too shiny, like around my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And it would easily correct that for me. I do have dry skin, and I do feel like I actually need to blot with this because it is so luminous on my skin. So I do recommend it. I do think it's great for the price. As you can see, it's not transfer resistant, and the coloring was a little bit hard for me to pick out because I find they were all quite pink or quite yellow. There was no really neutral one that I could find for me personally, and I had to buy online. So if I could test them out in store, maybe I'd have a little bit more luck. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review and opinion on this foundation. Let me know if you've tried this out in the comment section below. I'd love to know your thoughts on this as well. And definitely check it out. It's only $12.99, and I think a lot of you will like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. This is obviously a new day. I haven't done my hair yet, but I want to come on here and tell you guys a little update. I actually like this foundation a lot more when you use less and you don't let it dry in between applications. It looks so much better in my opinion, and it doesn't accentuate any of my problem areas. So that's the key for this foundation. I absolutely love it, 100% worth it. After testing it out some more, I think it's amazing. I use the same primers all over my face. I was just quicker at applying it, and I used less, so looks really good in my opinion.